Hello, my name is Catherine and today I'm going to demonstrate for you our intelligent paperless chart called Vitro. So let's get started. As you can see, Vitro is already linked into the hospital EMR through integration and brought up all of the patients currently admitted in the hospital. This diagram illustrates the integration process. Patient episodes are recorded on the existing HIS, EMR or PAS system. Through inbound integration, Vitro receives and validates patient data from the hospital systems and inputs it into pre-selected fields within Vitro. Once patient data is captured on Vitro, structured data is available to return back to the electronic medical record or any other integrated system. So now I'm going to go on to show you some of the e-signature capabilities in Vitro. And to do that, I'm going to use this general consent form in Arabic. Again, through integration you can see that the patient name, date of birth and MRN have all pre-populated the form. As demonstrated, multiple e-signatures can be attached to the form. This can be done by signing on a touchscreen device or through the use of an e-signature pad. Once the consent form has been completed, I click Save to save the form to my patient chart book on Vitro. As I search for my patient, there are a number of sort criteria available, for example MRN, patient name, or in this case gender. I select my patient by double-clicking on the patient icon. I then select the folder that my form is located in. The chest pain pathway is an example of a form that contains a predefined clinical workflow. As you can see, through integration with PAS or EMR in the hospital, the form has been populated with patient data. As I make clinical selections on the form, it changes colour, interacting with my decisions and guiding me through the treatment pathway. You may notice here that the page tabs at the top of the form also interact with my selections. As I select Stratify ACS Risk, a recommended management tab appears. I'll continue to make selections, and as I move to the recommended management page, the form has interacted with these selections and highlighted the intermediate risk column for me to follow the recommended pathway. To attach my clinician's signature to the form, I click on Authorize, Sign and click Accept. My signature is attached and date stamped. I then click Save to save the form to my patient chart book on Vitro. To show an example of the business intelligence that can be inbuilt to forms, I have selected the DAS28 calculator. You can see here that once I select Graphic, it activates the image below and I can begin to enter points on the diagram through clicking. Using these points and the ESR score I enter below, I can click on Calculate and Vitro calculates for me a DAS28 score representing the level of disease activity in my patient. Alternatively, I can click on Type Totals and hand type scores as opposed to entering them in on the diagram. Vitro can link to any external data sources. Here I am clicking a Best Practice button to access a predefined reference guide which is displaying best practice content relevant to the DAS28 form. Clicking Calculate again, Vitro recalculates a score for my patient. Additionally, I can attach an image or photograph to my form. This can be done through the use of an inbuilt camera, through scanning, or through uploading an image from my computer. As you can see, multiple image capture is available, and through date stamping images, this can be useful in tracking the progress of a patient. I click Submit and submit my form to the patient chart book. This time I am selecting a form that allows me to display patient data in a chart form. As I click on the form, data points are entered representing my patient's respiratory rate. The data points are available in different shapes, colours and sizes. Here you can see that if I move the bars or data points to a new location, if they exceed a predefined limitation, they change colour, alerting me to the fact the point has exceeded the normal range. I can also hand type values or delete data points off the form where necessary. One-click data input is enabled. As I click on Initial, my name is stamped on the form. This function on Vitro is useful to complete graphs representing patient data such as vital signs. As I click to submit my form, an alert appears notifying me that a compulsory field has not been completed. I must complete this field in order to submit my form to the patient chart book. Here, the blue notification icon represents the number of consent forms in existence for this patient. Providing I have the security access, I can choose to open an older version of the form or create a new version. Here I'm creating a new one. Using free text, I input the guardian name. And then, to enter the consultant name, I click the hot link. The hot link redirects me to an external database that contains the details of all the consultants in the hospital. This hot link can be made available anywhere on the form and can link to databases such as pharmacy databases or human resource databases. In this text box, clinicians' favourites have been saved, and as I begin typing, my favourites appear below and I make a selection. Here's an example of the freehand drawing that can be made available anywhere on the form. The freehand drawing is available in different colours or thicknesses. I can also undo or erase my freehand drawing. As I need the patient signature on the form, I click Patient Mode. This locks the screen and allows the patient to enter information or sign without being able to access other restricted information on Vitro. To exit patient mode, a password must be entered. Within any field that text can be input, data entry through dictation, typing and free handwriting is available on Vitro. As you can see here, my handwriting is converted to text and entered on the form. As I navigate and select my patient chart book, you can see it contains all of the forms that I had previously created. I have completed forms in both Arabic and English, but Vitro is available in any language. From the chart book view, forms can be re-edited, saved or submitted to be stored as part of the patient record. Now I'm using a touchscreen device here, however, as Vitro is a web-based application, you could be using tablets, mobile devices, desktop or laptop computers. Thank you for viewing this Vitro video. For more information about Vitro, please visit www.slaunchahealthcare.com.